Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jules, and whenever you join me here on my channel, you are one of my treasures. Um, we are in what like to call Area 5T1. It's kind of like Area 51 because we do talk about the 5Ts here. We talk about transition, as I am a 54-year-old transgender woman. Talk about triathlon. Um, talk about trends, different type of clothing I like to wear, tips, just any general life, tips, and also talk about teaching. My current topic I've been teaching on is on high demand religions. I'm mainly focusing on the Mormon Church right now because I was a member for 30 years, and I am teaching the basic principles so people can know and have like an informed, you know, uh, consent when they decide to, if they are being taught to join. I think it would be uh, great. I found it very high demand and very, um, and had very lots of cons to it. In fact, I just finished doing a video just basically about pros and cons of my transition, and um, I did talk about that a tiny bit, but uh, they have just passed the major anti-trans policy, and I have a video about that on my channel, and therefore I find it's time to deconstruct and leave. I have already deconstructed basically, and the shelf breaker was this new policy that was definitely what said to, it's time to go. So hopefully you guys start joining me soon. Here, channel is open to everybody. As stated in the comments, though, we do need to keep all comments constructive, no destructive comments, no insults towards anybody. Um, so, um, feel free to jump on. We can, do a little live chat. I you know, I usually have, my some of my subs in here. Um, And remember, you are, oops, wrong way. Uh, okay. You are on with Jules, and you're one of my treasures. I'm sorry, it just, sometimes I'm getting it with the screens, it's difficult to figure out which way I'm pointing it. So just feel free to jump in. We can talk and anything. We can talk about 5Ts. I was just looking at the Associated Press. There was a new article about, let me pull it up here, and they were talking about the Supreme Court just taking they're going to start looking at the case of gender affirming care, and mainly for minors, because it's been banned in 24 states. We can talk about that as long as, like I say, as long as everything is constructive. If you also, the other topic we can also discuss is, like I said, the anti-trans policy in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They have really taken it far. I was a member for 30 years, and I haven't been attending, I think, like 3 to 4 now, if not 5. So even before I came out as bi at the time, and then started transitioning, and now I am transgender female that likes women. So that that would be what, as I call it, transgender lesbian or transbian, as I call it. Um, so I know that would be a big ordeal there. Um, in fact, I have, like I said, I did start my series on the deconstruction of the Mormon Church, or kind of teaching their basic principles. And in my book there, I actually have my ordination certificate to the Mormon priesthood, to the higher priesthood, which is Melchizedek. And I have a temple recommend in there. It is an expired temple recommend. So it's been a while since I have been to the temple. So, but I have attended, which will be later on in my series that what we will talk about temple ceremonies and how culty they can be. And if you want to see what they are like, there are people that have snuck in cameras in there, and they've been shown here on YouTube. Um, so I hope to uh, get some of you in here. I usually give it about 30 minutes. If nobody has joined me on here, I will go on and I can finish editing my video I was making, and hopefully this will just count on as another video. So hopefully some of my subscribers come in. Please like, comment, subscribe in this subscribe in down below. Also, I have a Patreon. With my Patreon, 20% of what is donated to subscribe to my Patreon, it does go to the 20% goes to Transgender Resource Center of New Mexico here in Albuquerque, and then the other 80% will go to upgrading the channel, like the equipment to make my channel, and hopefully can make the channel grow. Actually, one of my goals, and I know I tried to do it last weekend. I had a 4-day weekend last weekend. Will be tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do a little adventure hiking right here up a trail on the base of the mountain behind my house. I don't know. I'll probably do like a 2.5 miles in and 2.5 miles back, so it'll be like a 5-mile hike, and I will film it, parts of it, for you guys. And what will be different, I'll probably be wearing a hat then, so you guys will probably actually see my true length of hair, and we'll go from there. And so, like I've stated, the top 5 T's here. Currently, I just finished out my 26 week of transition, and I can't say that I've felt any better in my life. It has been fabulous. There is euphoria, as always, with transition. Throughout it, you're going to find times that you are dysphoric. My times when I am dysphoric is, one, when I'm at work. Two, is when I'm not presenting as me at work. I am not out yet. The LGBTQ community is very accepted at my work. Work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, and here in New Mexico, they call the vets if they need, in the LGBTQIA, they have a whole department really dedicated to them, especially trans vets. They will help them with prosthetics for whatever is needed, whether male to female, female to male. I find that awesome. There's signs all over the VA hospital here stating that, we serve all who served, and they'll have signs with rainbow dog tags, and I think that is fantastic. I used to work in Florida. That's where I started at the VA. And boy, you would never see that. During Pride Month, we had a pride flag outside, and actually someone in management decided to come tear it down. I mean, that was very anti, or me might have been that he wasn't, that maybe he was feeling a little inside that maybe he wanted to hide something. He seemed as one of those that's very metrosexual, so I don't know, maybe he was hiding something, and it made him feel guilty. But that'll never be known. And so then the flag was brought inside to the building and placed by the patient advocate's desk. But even in Florida, they did represent a lot. They would bring, they put one big desk with like rainbow lanyards. They put little knapsacks, stuff like that. And yes, many people, they ran out of stuff before they could even go back and get a she, her, hers pin. Actually, another friend there at the VA, when she found out I was trans, bought me a she, her, hers thing because I didn't think of grabbing one there at the table. But I'm just hoping, to see someone come on here and we can talk. Feel free to jump into the chat box. If not, this will just become another video on the channel. We are 12 minutes in. I will wait till the half-hour mark. And I know usually right when I'm about to log out, that's when people start coming in. But I am just going to give it that amount of time. So, like I said, anything, and like I said, we keep it very, very, if we do criticism, it can be constructive. And I'm open to talk to anybody. I've had people that will come on live here with me. This is with the app called StreamYard. Works great. You can do the free version. You can have up to 10 people streaming it in a chat here. It's fantastic. I've learned about this app from a friend in England. She asked me if we could do like a FaceTime interview together during, a time where we could both overlap times, and it came out great. We had a great time talking together. We were talking for about 2-3 hours, and it was fantastic. Like I said, I welcome anybody on here as long as we can have a civil conversation. What I am going to do is for a few moments, I'm going to step away and get a drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry I stepped away for a moment. Needed to go grab a drink. My favorite, Mountain Dew. Just plain regular Mountain Dew. I recently heard that they're doing something where they want to see can do the best TikToks about moving to the mountain daylight time, and they would help you move. Thing is, um, I've already moved to the mountain daylight time, so they just help me move the rest of my furniture that's left in Florida. Hello and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you're on here, you are one of my treasures. We can talk, about just life in general right now, or any topic that you would like to discuss. Feel free. Main we usually talk the 5 Ps in here, hence why it is called Area 5T1, kind of like Area 51. We talk about transition, triathlon, trans teaching and tips. Right now, I am teaching about high demand religions, high demand organizations. The current one I am focusing on is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, meaning the Mormon Church, due to my deconstruction from there, and soon going to resign from there. And we talk about tips. I like doing sometimes little prep tips, just because I've been through 6 major hurricanes. Just feel free to jump in the chat box. I did see someone in here, but I think they left. I do welcome everyone to jump in onto the stream. I'd be glad to talk to anybody. Like I said, I just editing a video. I hope you see that video. It is mainly talking about the pros and cons of my transition. A lot of times I like to do a general video or something later on, then I'll go and edit it or do another version of it and kind of discuss how it's doing in my life. I talk about holistic sides of transition, and then I talked about looking at the holistic end of it, and then I just recently, this Tuesday, I did just focusing the holistic side of transition. But to me, holistically, how I've grown. It's great to to have different things to talk about. I always welcome suggestions if any of you want to talk about something different. I am open. I'm game. So I will take any suggestions. Also, while I'm here, I will give some of the tips I always like to give, and I always end my videos with these. First one is remember about if you're ever feeling down, depressed, or hopeless in any type of crisis, feel like you need help with drug or alcohol abuse, or if you're a veteran and find yourself in a crisis, or if you just feel you need to talk to someone, feel free to dial 988. If you are a veteran, you can, as soon as you go on there, hit 1, and that's someone that will help out vets. I believe also active duty military. And you can talk to someone, and it's like it's a crisis line. So it's great to have someone to turn to if you're right at that moment need to talk to someone, and they'll help you out. And it's a nationwide initiative. I usually have a little card that I show on here. Like, it's buried, I think, under some papers here on my desk, but I got it at work. I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs, but it is a nationwide initiative, and anybody can call 988, um, and talk to someone if you feel like you're in some type of crisis. And like I said, remember, if you are a vet, feel free to, after 988, you dial 1, they will help you out. Also, when it comes to transition, one of the big things I like to talk about, since I am a nurse, right now I work in primary care. To be my next goal will be do what's called whole health. That does help people balance their lives out and look at life holistically. And I guess that is one of the things I like to do. But what I do want to do is tell everybody here to really focus on making sure before you start transitioning. One of the first things I did was, at first I came out bisexual to my ex, and actually she was very, very good about it. And but she said, make sure about your feelings, go see a mental, just go see a therapist. So I didn't right away, but when I started having some gender dysphoria and doing some, and I felt like I needed to start dressing as a woman, and that I needed to talk to someone about the dysphoria because I wasn't feeling comfortable as a man anymore. So I did go and seek the help of a gender therapist, and she was great. She really helped me gain confidence as a woman, and has helped me come out to many of my friends who had already sensed that I was, having the dysphoria, and that and really they helped out tons in in coming out and expressing myself. And I have been grateful for all the friends I have in the LGBTQIA community, plus all the new ones I've made since moving cross country. It's been fantastic. So I can say that a big thing about the LGBTQIA community, it's actually not just community, but a family. And I'm grateful for the family I've made in it. Because many people can lose family if, one's coming out, and or lots of friends. So that's, that is mentioned in my current video that I'm editing, and but it's just it's not cool to judge someone because they want, they feel a certain way. So basically, I just like to come on here and tell everyone, do seek therapy first. A lot of companies or doctors that do hand out HRT or hormone replacement therapy will require you to go to a therapist first, and then when you go to that therapist, they'll determine you have gender dysphoria. Then you can from there go to the doctor and be placed on the hormone replacement therapy. And I always say, make sure you're going to a clinic to get your HRT, many people sometimes seek to get it one because other friends may have some extra. They'll give it to them or buy it elsewhere. And it can be hormone replacement therapy. If not done properly, it can have deadly effects. And because you have to be monitored by a healthcare professional, they have to monitor your blood levels, monitor other blood levels to do effects it can have on you. Hello and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Remember, whenever you are on here, you are one of my treasures. I've just basically been filming a short YouTube video here. And everybody's jumped on. Nobody's jumped into the chat, so feel free to jump in the chat box. We can talk. We do talk with 5 Ts here. It is because we are in area 5T1, talk about transition triathlon, trends, tips, and teaching. So feel free to jump in. I was just giving usually towards the end of my video, I like telling people to be safe if they are transitioning and using hormone replacement therapy to make sure to go to a medical professional. Hey, Former, how's it going? Great to see you on here. And continue what? Any games going on today? Well, now we started the NFL season. Who's your team for the NFL? I can't believe the Chargers are playing the Raiders first game of the season this weekend. Well, that's good. So, are you a Jets or a Giants fan? Seeing that seems like you're a New York person. Ah, okay. I see. I'm originally from San Diego, so I'm big into the Chargers. I'm a Padre fan, and NASCAR wise, I do have to be a Jimmy Johnson fan. Jimmy Johnson was actually born in El Cajon, which is in eastern San Diego. So, and actually we're close in age. I think he's about 4 years younger than me. So and he was a swimmer in high school. So I believe I may have swum against him. We went to Granite Hills High School. So I remember a swim meet at Granite Hills. A really cold swim meet that day, I remember. And Jimmy also does triathlon. He's like an all-around athlete. Been kind of a slow day in here in the stream, and I even posted like 4 hours earlier. So I don't know where everybody's at today. I made a video before this. I'm still editing it, but then it said it's showtime, so Hello and welcome to the stream. You're on with Jules. Whenever you are on my channel, you are one of my treasures. Feel free to jump in the chat box and we can talk. We can talk any of the 5 T's: transition, triathlon, trans tips, and teaching. Currently, I have former TSTV in here, and well, seems like things are kind of mellow in here. I think I'm going to go back to editing my video, and I may make my high demand religion video for this weekend tonight. Watch for another video tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow I can get my hiking that I've been wanting to do since last week. So I will probably do that. I will go to bed early and do that. Former, thank you for being here. As always, everyone, like I said, be safe if you do go on a HRT, whether male to female, female to male. Do seek help from a medical professional. Thank you. Have a great day and a good night. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below.